Okay, after today, 1 day left. Day 23. Let's see what we have. All right. Oh, this looks like it might be a cocktail. Well, this is going to be a challenge for me. I don't know if I have anything to go with a cocktail. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's a cocktail. All right, let me see what I can find. I thought since this was a cocktail, we would do some celebrating. So I have a piece of ivory that I'm going to stamp and emboss. I got a piece of gold. I was thinking New Year's. I have a piece from my stash. It was the closest I could find to a gold. I'm going to mount it on a black, and my card base is ivory also. I'm going to stamp it in gold, and I'm going to emboss it with gold paper, or gold embossing powder. All right, so let me open this up. All right, and the first thing I need to do is I need to attach my pieces. So let me do that. All right, and there's a little bit of a border here. All right, and then this goes down here, and again a little bit of a border. Oh, hold on, I got to cut this down. Okay, I always cut it at 4 inches so it can be used for a variety, you know, on a card front and all, but then if I have to cut it down more, I always forget. All right, I'm going to start by stamping my Celebrate, and it's going to go at an angle. So I'm going to go like this in here. All right, and I'm going to put my embossing powder on. And I'm going to go emboss this. Well, I messed it up because I wiped across it, and I hadn't, this down here hadn't melted. So I added more and went back. I fixed it somewhat. There. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with this, but this time I'm going to make sure the whole thing is embossed. Okay. Ooh, I hit my finger, and obviously I'm bleeding. All right. Let me go emboss this. I did not realize this, but when I stamped it to find out what it was, I knew it was a drink. Then I saw that there's a lady sitting in it. So it was rather interesting to discover that. She's sitting in a glass, and she has a glass that she's drinking. So, an interesting idea. Not what I was expecting. I thought there was, like it was a martini or something, and they had olives and things like that in it. Little did I know it was a woman. Okay. All right, let me go back over here. Okay. Oops. All right, let's get that on our card base. I have to be careful. I don't want to get blood on it. That's the one thing I don't have up here. I don't have Band-Aids up here. I may need to get some. All right. I'm going to put a lot of tape on this because when I embossed it, it warped, and I want to make sure it stays down flat. All right. All right. It is embossed, but I swiped across it and messed it up. All right, now I'm going to have to pull out my little tiny foam adhesives. Can I get any more? Let's see. Let me try cutting it in half. Okay, here's one that I can put down here. And this one I can put here. And can I get a little tiny one in here? A full size? Yeah, got it. All right, let me take my backs off. It's always interesting to take these backs off. All right, especially these little tiny pieces. Sometimes I just kind of pick at it and get it to go off like that. All right. Let me get this on. And let's throw some gold gems on there. All right. One. Two. Boy, am I glad that didn't go on the floor. I'd have never found it. The dogs would have. My girls would be eating it. All right. There is day 23. One day left. Come back tomorrow. Bye.